It is one of the top nightclubs in the city for celebrity spottings and now for fashion as well. Every Thursday in April, the Underground is throwing a fashion show with This Morning founder and style director of Garmental.com, Suzanne Koplis, is here to show us about this new hyper-local design scene. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Underground doing fashion. You don't need to go to New York for this. Tell us why you decided to do this.
No, because Chicago has great designers right here in our backyard. People are designing and producing right here in Chicago, and we want to highlight and showcase those. And that's what we do at Garmental.com, introduce people to the brands and boutiques that are all about Chicago. And this is a great way for the Underground and Garmental to work together and bring fashion right down the runway.
And make it fun.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Tell us about our first designer, what the model's wearing, and what the trend is.
Okay, this is Bridget. She's wearing Miriam Cecilia. She's a contemporary women's designer. She does custom dresses, also does ready-to-wear, and that's what Bridget is wearing, this beautiful leather skirt. She's got a little bow top and a beautiful chartreuse jacket, which is always great for spring. The price point for the jacket is about $400, and this custom bag is so cute with a little pop of color, always adds a little surprise element, and that's under $100 as well.
Really? Yeah, that is. It just really pops it right out.
Yeah, really neat.
Now, what about the length of the skirt?
The length of the skirt, well, the minis are still in, and when you have great legs, you should show them. And there's no reason. Yeah, and there's no reason not to. So, you know, have a little subdued color like the gray and pop of color everywhere else, and it looks wonderful.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because that pop of color really kind of makes it, even though even the chartreuse color is just a little bit more muted.
Little subdued.
So if you just have one pop of color in any outfit, that's going to work for you this spring?
Always, whether or not it's in your accessories or on your lips.
Okay.
It
Who's
works.
next?
And this is Stacy, and she's wearing Miriam Cecilia as well. Stacy is getting married. She's also going to be going to some really great events, and so why not wear something that's pin tucked, a little sexy with a nice deep V, and the pleating is beautiful. And then we've got this mica belt, which is actually custom made by Miriam Cecilia, and she finds it in her backyard, and not literally her backyard, but the backyard of Chicago. And she makes belts out of it, and it really adds a really neat element to her waist. It draws it in, and it's really fun and flirtatious.
Okay, and now here is another muted color.
Yeah. We've got a little earth tone. Well, she's a yoga instructor too, so we want to incorporate both of those elements. It's really great, and it you know, goes great with everybody's skin tone.
Okay. So what's the next trend that we should be looking for?
Well, everybody loves a good eco-conscious woman, right? And so we have one of the best eco-designers, sustainable designers, and that's Laura Miller. And these are hand-loomed in Chicago, beautiful 100% bamboo. And this is Sarah wearing one of her dresses. You can't, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little invisible line going through there. And it's a little sex appeal with a cowl neck. And then a great cardigan to kind of add to it to keep you feeling a little bit, you know, less revealing.
Great.
But
what about the guys?
Well, the guys always have an easier time getting dressed, don't they? They throw on a pair of pants and a button down, and they look great. And this is Andre, and he's actually wearing his own designs. This is Simon Hart, and he's wearing a beautiful button down and a nice pair of cargo trousers that he designed, and then a really neat kind of like moto jacket.
Okay, and shirts out.
Listen, if you don't have a belt and you don't need to necessarily tuck it in, I like it to have that kind of casual element to it. We don't have to be too stuffy all the time.
Okay.
So I do like that, and plus it's not that formal.
All right, good rule of thumb. Okay, what about our final model?
Our last model is Jason, and this is a really great designer because it goes back to American heritage, and this is Nani. And she's got a really neat check and kind of that picnic table-esque look to you, very casual for summer, and this really amazing tweed vest. Really going back to handmade in Chicago, American heritage brand with a little more of a utilitarian look. So we're really looking forward to seeing more from her.
All right, and that's great. This is amazing too, all these Chicago designers. I mean, it really does look like out of New York fashion.
Yeah, you don't have to go to New York to get high fashion. We have it right here in Chicago. We're excited to kind of let everybody discover these new brands and boutiques all over Chicago, and this is a great way to partner with Underground and Garmental.com to do that.
And Garmental.com is where you'll find all the showings and when and how?
Absolutely. You can go to Garmental.com to find out how to RSVP to the Style Series. It's every Thursday night from 9 to 11. And you can also go to the undergroundchicago.com to RSVP and find out more details.
Okay, y'all look fabulous this morning. All right, thanks so much for coming in, and thank you for coming in.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.